What's up guys, MrBayeasy here, and today we're going to be going over exactly what I'm going to be bringing to the table in terms of Halo 5 Guardians when it comes out, in addition to the commentaries, because the commentaries in no way, shape, or form are going to stop. I'm just going to be bringing out a bunch of additional content on top of that, so I'm very excited about all that. But before we get started, I want to make a quick note, guys. If you haven't checked out the Let's Play side of my channel, I definitely recommend you do so. If you have the will or desire to, it's a great place to let loose. That's actually what I like to do with it, because, you know, FPS commentaries and just FPS gameplay in general, I like to maintain a fairly serious attitude when I talk about that stuff, because it's serious to me, but it's also fun. I like to have fun with it, but it's also a serious environment. So that's where I like to let loose a little bit, play some fun storyline games, and one of my favorite ones right now is Life is Strange. Now, you'll see the annotation that just popped up, guys. That's the link to the very first part of episode 3, which is the latest episode in this episodic, storyline known as Life is Strange. If you haven't seen it, skip to the very beginning. This is a fantastic story, guys. I mean, in my opinion, cream of the crop. It's such a great game, and the storyline, again, is fantastic. So if you haven't checked out the Let's Play side of my channel, that is a great place to get started. So with that being said, let's move on. So right off the bat, you guys know the very first thing that I'm going to be doing is more than likely going to be updated weapon kill times. The reason for this, guys, is because I just want to dial in exactly how long it takes for each weapon to kill, and also because even though the results were as good as I could get them because it was the beta, it just wasn't the best and controlled environment that it could have been, and that's exactly what it's going to be in Halo 5 Guardians. It's going to be a private match between me and my brother, same connection and everything. So we're going to remove as many negative variables that that could possibly arise. So it's not going to be online. There's no possible way that any damage can be done to them, because it's just going to be me and him, and it's going to be on the same connection, and we're literally about a wall apart. Okay, so we live in the same house, so essentially it's going to be free of connection error. Essentially, it's essentially going to be on LAN. Well, not exactly on LAN, but very close to it, because we have pretty good internet. So that I'm very excited to bring that to you guys. I'm very, very excited to bring that to you guys, because it doesn't just benefit you or me, because I personally like to see exactly how fast weapons kill, even down to the fraction of a second. I mean, that matters to me. I like knowing that. But what's also important about these tests is we can divulge exactly what weapons are better than others and by how much. But more importantly, we can really kind of weed out some overpowered weapons. Some people speculate, and some people are like, oh, well, this is overpowered. Well, this test will determine in what ways and if it is overpowered. Now, I'm not saying there's going to be anything overpowered, but this will be able to actually bring that to the surface, and if the community thinks it's important enough, we can really push this information to 343 and hopefully get any problems resolved much quicker than the Halo 4 thing. I do give 343 quite a bit of credit for a lot of things. They did a very good job with Halo 4, in my opinion, as their first attempt. I mean, they were taking on a very huge responsibility, and had a lot of people to please or displease, but in that particular case, I just can't give them that one. That was pretty bad. But anyway, moving on from that, guys, I'm going to be bringing you basically a bunch of stuff on every map. It's going to be, a multitude of things, but let's just get a little bit specific here. So essentially, I'm going to give you beginning strats on pretty much every map, and it's not just going to be one. It's going to be as many as I can find, as many that can be beneficial, because the more unpredictable you are, the better you are as a player. I'm going to be bringing you jump spots, and of course, you all know that's also going to include team jump boosting, because although I have discussed the possibility of designing maps around teamwork-oriented jump boosting and everything like that as just one example, it's not really likely that that'll happen. It would be very good if it did. I can almost guarantee that it would be a very positive multiplayer experience, because it just widens the skill gap between teams even more so. But essentially, if the more of these jumps the better you are, the better you're going to be as a player, because if you can cram all these into your noggin, essentially all the ways to maneuver the map, you become more maneuverable on the map, of course, like I just said, and that is very crucial in Halo, to be able to just do things without any errors. To be able to get to spots as quickly and efficiently as possible makes you a better player. And again, these jump boosts, they don't have to be designed around the map. If we've found some jump boosts in the past that have been compatible, even though the map was not originally designed designed to have that in place, like Sanctuary. Sanctuary is the perfect, it's the staple boy example. Okay, the staple boy. It's the poster boy example of a map that was not designed to have that jump in place, where you can go from literally outside of ring 1 to ring 3 by jump boosting with a teammate. That was not in the design, mechanism. That they did not think of that. That's something a player came up with. So we can find these, and I guarantee you I'm going to find these, and I'm going to bring them to you guys to really aid you in playing the best possible Halo game that you can play. That's really my whole goal here, and that's also going to lead into my next topic, which is grenade spots. Now, that may or may not sound like a unfamiliar term. Nading people, of course, is familiar in every game, but Counter-Strike is the big one. Call of Duty also in some ways, but where you actually set up for nade spots. Now, I'm not talking about the most intricate ones like you can actually find on Counter-Strike. There's multi-step setups for nade spots, but essentially, what I'm talking about is, where to throw your nades to have them be the most effective. And of course, again, this is going to be on multiple maps. It's kind of funny too, because it's a little bit easy for me to find nade spots. Sometimes I just get creative with the nade spots, and I'm able to find some really, really good ones to really help you out. So I've already found a couple in the beta. Of course, I'll be bringing you the full analysis and detail of those when the game actually comes out. But all of these in combination, guys. The point here is all of these in combination are going to make you a better player, okay? Whether it be the jump spots, whether it be the team boosting, whether it be the nade spots, or essentially the weapon kill times, it's all really going to make you a better player. It's going to give you all the knowledge you need to attack the game, and then all it comes down to at that point is essentially how much effort and time and practice you put into the game to become really good at it, or to improve your skill even further, because we never ever stop improving, right? That's the whole point. We keep practicing, we keep getting better, and you never really reach your max performance. You can always get better. So when it comes right down to it, that's my goal for this, and I'm very excited to bring all those topics to you guys. But one really quick before I exit here is I want to let you guys know, if you have any ideas or any topics you'd like me to cover when the game comes out, feel free to say so in the comments down below, because these are the ones that I feel are very crucial. Now, I'm going to bring some, odd topics here and there as well. Don't get me wrong, these are not the only things I'm going to cover, even though, if you think about it, all of that stuff is quite a vast amount of content in and of itself. But, if you have any particular ideas or particular topics you'd like me to cover, of course I'll do it. Whether that be commentaries for now or a topic that you'd like covered when the game comes out, because if it's important to you, it's important to somebody, right? It's important to someone out there. So if you want it to be done, I will get around to it, and I will cover that topic, whether it be a commentary or when the game comes out with actual things I can show you and do for you and stuff like that. So with that being said, guys, rate the video what you think it deserved, and if you'd like to become a Sage in training, make sure you subscribe today. This has been MrBayeasy, your favorite Sage, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.